Hi, welcome to my Eye to Eye podcast. And today I'm happy to have my next guest, Dr. Cati Ganem. And today we're going to talk about pretty new topic in ophthalmology, women in ophthalmology. So please enjoy the episode. Dear Cati, welcome to my podcast. I'm so happy to have you here. And I'm happy to talk to you today about totally new topic in ophthalmology, new division. We can also call it like that, women in ophthalmology. And before starting that, I would like to know, as a successful ophthalmologist, not only in France, but in general, and also known ophthalmologists in the world, what is your opinion about the position of women ophthalmologists today in ophthalmology?
Ophthalmology is a very feminine specialty because women represent 50 in France and generally in the world it's rather the same. In France, women represent 52% of the workforce, but it's only at the surface of the statistics, in fact, because unfortunately, the higher we climb on the career ladder, and the closer you get to the leadership positions, department, heads of department, deans, the lower this percentage becomes, and it can drop drastically to 20% in some situations.
Mm-hmm. So what is in general the main reason? What do you think? Why the Society of Women in Ophthalmology in general was created? Because we know that there is one society in America, and also you are taking the lead for Europe, and we will talk about that later. But why you think their necessity was there in the first place?
I've noticed this. I've been noticed this since a long time. In fact, women are represented in ophthalmology. You can see them everywhere in
Yes.
departments, in the meetings. But in fact, they are frequently absent. Women speakers are frequently absent, and in congresses. And only 5 to 15% of women are on the podiums, and so I was wondering why, and I've noticed that because as a board member of various ophthalmological societies, I regularly organize congresses, and in 2022. The last SAPHIR is the French Society of Cataract and Refractive Surgery. The last meeting, the society which I presided over for 2 years, there were only 12 women out of 92 speakers. And so that's why we have created the SoFem, so the French Ophthalmological Women's Society, to promote the voice of women and to help and support them to reach the podium. This was, sorry. So we have created the SoFem, French Ophthalmological Women's Society, to promote the voice of women and to help and support them to reach the podium. That was the main goal at the beginning of this society.
So, do you think that the woman is underrepresented currently in Ophthalmomeetings? Or do you think it comes from women, or do you think that they have less ambitions, less possibilities, or less chances? Or do you think it's just the way how it's perceived that the male ophthalmology?
In fact, women are attend the meeting. They are, but they are not speakers. In fact, so there are several reasons why women speakers are underrepresented in ophthalmology meetings. One possible reason is the unconscious biases or gender stereotypes in the speaker selection process, which could lead to female candidates being overlooked or undervalued. Additionally, the challenges related to work-life balance, caregiving responsibility that disproportionately affect women. And these supplementary duties make it more difficult for them to travel, to prepare, to attend meetings, or participate fully in professional activities. So it's important to address these issues and work toward greater gender equity in the field of ophthalmology.
Exactly. Honestly, here, a few days ago, I was at the local symposium in Austria, in Salzburg, and there was 3 panel discussions. And at 3 panel discussions, there was no woman. And I find it so interesting that it was just male doctors. It's not like I have something against male doctors now, but this is total inequality. And then I started to think and analyze things, because as you know, and I know as well, that many meetings are organized with the help of many companies and sponsors and etc. And many companies, mainly, I have the feeling, approach male doctors. I've seen that when I was during my fellowship in Japan. The companies were working with the clinic, and of course my supervisor, who was a male doctor, was also pushing me to have presentations and everything, but everything was coming from the company, coming to a male doctor. And do you think, I don't know, and honestly, any company who is working directly with a female doctor? Well, I've never seen that. So why do you think is that? Why the companies approach mostly male doctors?
I think the underrepresentation in women in panel discussion and in companies and in meetings and everything can be attributed to several factors. Firstly, historical gender biases. In fact, the medicine is historically a male-dominated profession. Women came much later, and there are systemic barriers also to women's participation, such as lack of affordable and accessible childcare. Also, additionally, women can face greater scrutiny, criticism of their appearance, behavior, speaking style, which can discourage them for participating in public events. And also social expectation and stereotypes about women's role and abilities. Women can be perceived as less expert, convincing, knowledgeable than men, and be expected to prioritize their family and caregiving responsibilities over their professional pursuits. That's a pity, but that's a reality.
Absolutely. And this what I was also thinking the other day, that when the male doctor starts his career after residency or just before at the beginning, so the men doctors, they start from zero, for example, before making one step, and the woman starts from -10. So
Yeah,
and it's just so unfair. And
yeah,
do
that's
you have
unfair.
any, yes, do you have any personal experience of facing inequality, or did you witness any kind of situations like that?
Luckily, I didn't, but over the years, I came to realize that being a board member of several scientific societies, being a public speaker, participating in discussions with experts in their domain, enriched both my personal and professional life. That's why I want to uh, to tell women that it's make the effort. In fact, we will talk about that later. But
Yes,
personally, my own pathway was not obstructed by sexism. And in fact, at the SAPHIRS, the French Society of Cataract and Refractive Surgery, it was a practically all-main board which nominated me to the presidency, and I was co-opted by a man to be the vice president of the SFO. SFO is the French Ophthalmological Society. So I didn't suffer with sexism.
But I find it really admirable that even though that you didn't face these challenges and inequality, you still address this topic and you make a voice and you want to actually bring this equality. So
Yeah,
it's also
and
admirable
that's
that
why
you see that.
some when we created the SoFam, ophthalmologist told me, but you are here, and why are you doing that? But it's not because I didn't suffer that others don't. So I really wanted to help them.
Yes, it's very selfless
To help
and
women.
appreciated, really. And what are the main challenges of growing through men's society in medicine? We partially covered that, but I would like to talk about that a bit more detail and how to overcome these challenges. Is it about the culture, as you already mentioned, stereotypes, and probably from different countries to different countries, it's different, and how to overcome and to grow through
We need
men's society?
to change stereotypes. In fact,
Mhm.
it's culture also, and so we would like to have women not only represented in the general workforce, but reach the top management level as frequently as men. It's a dream, but if we don't dream, we will never do anything. And that they can be. I would like to for them to be recognized as expert in their domain as easily and as frequently as men are. I don't know why it's not. There is so inequality, and so we need to make efforts to overcome all these obstacles, and this can be very rewarding. And SoFam, we hope that SoFam will provide a support system to help professional women.
Exactly, and this is the point where I want to go to SoFem part now. So, what is SoFem? You just mentioned already briefly what SoFem is, but what SoFem stands for? I mean, because SoFem is an abbreviation, and the main purpose of SoFem is bringing more women speakers out, and the idea I would like to talk about that.
The SoFam is the French Ophthalmological Women Society. We founded the SoFam at the end of 2021 by bringing together around 20 women with whom we wanted to work. These women are all known for their humanity, their professional skills, and we shared similar points of view concerning parity. And at the beginning, SoFem came about from both an assessment and a paradox. The assessment, we have talked about that. Women are becoming better represented in the medical field and represent 60% of the workforce. And the paradox, in spite of this increasing percentage, only a maximum of 15 to 20% reach podiums. So clearly, inequality between men and women exists in the medical force, and we want to reduce that.
Perfect. And is SOFEM only for French population, or every female doctor can be a member of this society?
Alors, SoFem is there is French SoFam, and there is also SoFam in Switzerland. So we have a small baby, small
Yeah.
friend, and we are very proud of that. So this society is well, our project, in fact, was to bring this problem to attention of young women, and to help them to promote the voice to women voices, and we promote, of course, equal opportunity. And we strive to put spotlight on women and their achievements, and we so the only way to promote the voice of women was to organize a meeting. So we organize a yearly congress which provides a rare platform of these young ophthalmology professionals, and to help them to become public speakers. And SoFem has also mentoring dimension, and all the presentations at this meeting are prepared and delivered by a tandem made up of one senior speaker and a junior speaker.
Well, this is great. This is great. This
Yes.
is how you basically help them to grow by
Yeah,
mentoring and
exactly.
tutoring. Amazing.
Exactly.
But just to be clear, this means that not every female doctor from different countries can just go to the website and be a member, or is it
Yeah.
possible? It is
Yeah,
possible.
everybody can be a member of the SoFem. Of
Yes,
course,
this
women
was my
and,
question.
and men also. And I would
Yes.
like a lot of men to support the SoFem. So of course, men, women, French, and also all ophthalmologists from
Are
Europe,
welcome.
the world, can be a member of the society. The board is entirely made of women, but the speaker of the SoFem meeting can be both men and women. It's always
Okay.
a senior speaker, a junior speaker, but generally the senior is a woman, but it can be a man. It's just to reach not equality and strict parity, but to reach rather equality in the speaker, men and women.
This is perfect. I like the idea very much. So it's not only about the female, but it's about the balance between female and male because we're
Exactly.
not against them, we are with them. This is a
Exactly.
good idea.
And our target was is not definitely to not to create a society designed by women for only women. We need
Yes,
men. We need to be supported by men. In fact,
absolutely. And men need women too. Because again, I will go to the besides and personal things in general, like this song, man is nothing without woman. Besides that, when I was during my fellowship, even though my supervisor was a male doctor, all the office staff who was writing the research projects, articles, and helping him with that were women.
no,
So
no, that's true. That's true. And men doctors can play a very important role in supporting development of female ophthalmology societies, and
absolutely,
and by working with them instead of separated from them. That's sure. And male doctors can act as allies and advocates for gender equity and inclusion in ophthalmology. They can be mentors, role models for women, sharing their knowledge, expertise. They can help also to break down gender barriers. We need them for that. We'll not be able to do that alone. That's sure. That's sure.
absolutely. And by saying tutoring for the presentations, what exactly is being tutored? I mean, what are we teaching those young female doctors while presenting? Is it about the
It,
scientific part?
yeah, we especially want to help them for presentations. In fact,
Hmm.
for the mentoring is for the moment to help them to prepare the
Hmm.
presentations, and for my in my case I done the slide. I help my junior to to present them. In fact, we work together to present them together. In fact, and so last year we took a coach just to help them. He recorded the presentation, and he told us, okay, you it's better if you do that. And for example, when she the first recording, she was speaking with a very high voice like that. She was a little bit stressed, and she said, okay, breathe, okay, calm down and everything. And it was really I even learned also. So it was a very nice afternoon that we spent together. And after she felt really better. For it was her
Confident.
first presentation in public. So she told me that he felt really better because she saw her and she could saw the what was wrong and what was good,
Yes.
and he helped us to improve our presentation. So it was a really pleasant to be together and to help her to make her feel, because I remember my first presentation. I was totally stressed, so I wanted for her to be more calm and to be happy to present, not more
Yes.
happy than stressed.
Exactly, but this is amazing. I'm happy that I mentioned this question because so the every member who wants to be in this society knows that the tutoring, how tutoring looks like, because many women they since they're also afraid critics because they're getting more
Exactly.
critics and they are also have a lot of self critics. How do I look? How do I sound? How I do I talk fast? Do I talk slow, boring, or the voice? And this mentoring and tutoring is amazing because we have more pressure in front of during the public speaking than a male. Of course, everybody might have this fear, but the critics is there for us more, I believe. This is great. And what are the current challenges of SoFem at the moment? Because it's pretty young. It's 2 years, I think. And
Yeah,
yeah.
it's that's sure that we have challenges. Have challenges of funding. Um, we need to secure fund support, and that's the main problem, because we have, of course, we are helped by the firms, but we need every year to find, because the all the everything is to organize the meeting. And of course, organizing a meeting in Paris with a very big amphitheater, and organizing something in Paris is really expensive. So
Yeah.
we have this problem. We have the challenge of commitment, because SOFAM need to develop innovative strategies to keep members engaged and motivated also.
Mhm.
And the challenge of communications, because we need to explore new communication channels and method to reach its target audience, and share its message effectively. Because I was in a meeting the last weekend, and we asked me, but I would like to help. I would like to be there. I would like to attend the meeting, but how do I do? So I need to communicate a little bit more, and well, I hope the social media will help me.
So you have a social media profile on
I, I,
Instagram.
I want to have a social media, especially for the sofa. For the moment, I have a website, and we just work by mailings, but
Mhm.
we have it's not enough. I mean, I need
Mhm.
to do more.
Yeah. And on LinkedIn, do you have a special different page or in LinkedIn? SoFem profile.
I'm talking about the sofa LinkedIn on my LinkedIn profile, but I still don't have a specific page. So all this I need to improve.
Mhm. Great. And what is the next further step for development of SoFem?
So the only thing I do is to do meetings, and but it's a big meeting. The last one was really a success. It was in June 2022, and so the next one will be the 3rd of June 2023. So in the Cloud Center in Paris. So it's a very nice place. because it's very clear. We have a very big amphitheater and a big space for the brands and for the labs who sponsors the SoFem. And so we have a place for the coffee and the breaks, and so it's very nice, and it's really in the middle of Paris, near the Opera. So it's really in the middle of Paris, very accessible. So it's this meeting will be the 3rd of June, and again, I say it's for women and men speakers, and women and men can attend the meeting. So Tom, we will be. It's a very interesting meeting because it's all the specialties. We have, of course, cataract and refractive surgery because it's my specialties, but we have glaucoma, we have retina, medical and surgical retina. We have neurology, ophthalmology. We have kids ophthalmology. So we have in the board we have all the specialties, and in the program we have a part for all specialties.
Great. And what was the percentage of male and female speakers on the first and on the second?
So now last year I just tweaked the percentage, because last year we had around 15% of men, and the rest, the majority was female speaker. But this year we just want to reach equity, and we have more men in the speaker. But we have a lot of women, because it's the goal, it's the role of the SoFem. But we would like to reach equality, rather equality.
Yes. And how was the reaction of males doctors and the companies too? Because we need companies for the sponsorship.
Yeah.
How was the reaction?
The companies were very, very supportive, and I was very pleased because I'm surprised because last year this year too, they even companies who are presided by men, they say, okay, it's a very good idea. I would like to support this because we know that women are not present, are not enough in the as speakers in the meeting. So we will help you. So I was first of all, because the firms also want to help the women in the board, because we have very famous, in fact, we have very famous ophthalmologists women ophthalmologists in the board. So they wanted to help us, to support them, and so I was really surprised. We have also support from men, and because we have an honor committee, and the honor committee of the SoFem is only men, 4 men, exceptional, and they really supported us and help us, and that's also to tell the ophthalmological community that it's not a women's society only for women. We have also an honor committee with men, and so in general, it was rather well accepted when we gave an explanation. But at the beginning, he said, "What are you doing that? You didn't suffer from sexism for yourself. We have a lot of women in ophthalmology, so why do you want to do that?" So when I explain, okay, we are the majority in ophthalmology, it's 52%, but how many women are on the podium? And you say, that's true, not a lot. And when you explain that, in fact, they don't, I don't know if they don't care, but they don't see that. And if you are not pointing this, in fact, it's normal. In fact, it seems to be normal. So when you explain that, even for women, they say, okay, what do you want with this society? And when you explain them, they say, it's true. Okay, we go with you. And so we were really surprised. In general, of course, I have a few really toxic males and positions, but they were happily rare. So
Yes.
so it was easy to do it and to move on, so I'm happy of the results. And as in fact, as the first meeting was a success, in fact, after everybody stopped talking about it. So at the beginning, there were we have, as I said, I had toxic messages, but after they stopped. In fact, with the success of it was ridiculous to continue, so they stopped.
Yeah, at the beginning, everybody
We
wants to
still
be so
think
critical.
about that, that it's not a good idea, but they stopped talking about that.
Yes. And I wish you every success with that, because I'm 100% supporting mentally
And
at the moment, but I definitely want to be a member of your society, and I'm gonna do it. And I wish, this is just some idea came into my mind, that at every congresses, no matter besides of the meeting which you're doing every year, that every congress has a panel discussion of SoFem. At ESCRS World Congress, that there is one separate panel of SoFem, because the more like voice we're gonna put at every meetings, the more people gonna be aware and not that
yeah,
critical and
it's
condescending to woman.
no, I'm very happy because you're talking about that, and I'm very happy because the president of the SFO, the French Ophthalmological Society, in the next meeting in May, which is the national meeting, the president Bahram Bodaghi asked me to have to make a symposium. So I will have a symposium, SoFem symposium, in the news. There is a newspaper that is distributed to every ophthalmologist coming to the SFO, and so I will have a small page on the SOFAM to inform people about the meeting of the 3rd of June. So I'm very happy to be supported at that with the president of the SFO, and I thank him very, very much.
This is amazing, because this is like the same with like every symposium has the panel for young ophthalmologists. ESCRS, I think World
Yeah.
Congress too, and different. So this would be the same for SOFEM, and people will know then more about that and hear about that and see actively.
I hope so, and I would like to thank you to let me talk about this society and this association, and it's like that I will be a little bit more known, and the SOFAM will live, in fact.
Absolutely. I'm pretty much a big supporter, and I'm also honored that you agreed to do this interview with me. And I wish you every success with that.
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Tuti.